Cancer, you made it! Welcome to my channel. This is the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot, and I am Zachary. Nice to meet you. This is our first reading together for you and for me. So today I am doing a monthly read for October, and more specifically some messages regarding the solar eclipse in Libra on the 14th. There's also a new moon. So I know that I'm getting this going a bit late, but that's because I am a procrastinator. I don't know, what can I say? So today, or with all these readings, I've been starting with an oracle card here from the Starseed Oracle. So we'll get that rolling. And then the two decks that I have for you today are my Witchy Tarot and then the Lightseer Tarot. So I'm going to do a spread for you to read what kind of energies, what kind of situations that you might be encountering this month, especially with the solar eclipse. And then and I'll be using the Witchy Tarot for that. And then afterwards I'm going to pull 3 cards to see what your bane, boon, and then the outcome as well, clarifying the outcome in the main reading with my Lightseer Tarot. So let's get started. We're going to do Oracle card here first. How are my Cancers doing? Really good? Okay, I love it. I am just starting this channel here, and I'm not going to be shy about saying I definitely need your help with likes, comments, shares, and subscribing to help me build and grow this channel. I'd like to see more of you, and I know that you'd like to see more of me too, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. An overall energy here for Cancer for the solar eclipse in October here. All right. Okay, you got the Void. This is a cool card. It's also not the most comfortable energy to be in, but it's not a bad thing. It's just floating around in the void. This is what it looks like here. So the void: stop, embrace winter and great cosmic womb. Everything and nothing exists in the void. It's where all life begins and ends. It's the winter and the womb, the fertile darkness where all things originate and all things grow, comforting and intimidating, freeing and daunting. It can feel both overwhelmingly small and huge. The void is where faith lives. The message of the void is to surrender to the unknown, to allow the fertile darkness of nothingness to nourish the new seeds growing within you. Regardless of whether you know what they'll one day become, you're being called to surrender to the mystery of what's next, to rest and to allow the winter of your life to do the work for you, to hand over your control and trust that just because you can't see what's happening beneath the surface, it doesn't mean things aren't at work. The greatest weavings happen when we find a way to surrender and trust that our life is being knitted for us, right beneath the surface, in ways known and unknowable. Now is the time to cultivate faith and allow deep, deep rest. The void often surfaces at the end of a chapter or life phase, when we're called to let go of all that we know and identify with. When you're in the void, it can feel scary, and as if you should be doing something. However, when this card appears, it's a sure sign that the most productive thing to do is relinquish control and surrender to the changing mystery of your life. How are you being called to surrender to the unknown mystery of your life? Well, let's find out, Cancer. I also actually forgot to mention here in the beginning, talking about the solar eclipse that's going on here. So the eclipse is an energy, it's a very potent, powerful energy for transformative change. And being in Libra, it is speaking to our relationships and our partnerships. So with you being a Cancer, it's going to be more geared towards having transformative change in the home. It could, for some of you, could be moving. Some of you could be redecorating, relocating, something to do with the home, the physical home life as well. So it's a good opportunity to put out what it is that you're looking for as far as the home is concerned. Maybe you're not happy with where you're living. You want to live somewhere else. now would be a good time to use that energy of the eclipse and the new moon. The new moon is a force that allows us to call in the new. The full moon is for releasing what's no longer serving us. And the new moon is for bringing in what we actually want. So it's a great time, double whammy, if you will. Great time to put that energy towards manifesting what it is that you actually want as far as your home is concerned. Maybe you just want a new couch or an awesome painting from, I don't know, your favorite artist. These are all things that you can manifest now. You can manifest whenever you want, but situations are prime right now to start bringing in what it is that you really want as far as the home is concerned. Excuse me. So yes, the void. Let's go from there. I'm going to pull some cards from the Witchy Tarot, and we'll get started here and see what this month is looking like for you. We got Halloween this month too. Is anybody dressing up for Halloween? Anyone coming out of their shell for the season? I don't typically do anything for Halloween, but I've been kind of feeling like I should, or I don't know, want to maybe. Two of Pentacles, the first card to come out here. Ooh. Eight of Swords. This is a pretty new deck here for me. So these cards are still super stiff. Like my joints. Alright. Okay, let's get this going. Got the Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, the Lovers, ooh, Justice, Ace of Wands, the Sun, Six of Cups, and then the King of Swords. Okay. So, let's take a look here. I just went for a walk before sitting down to do this reading, and there was flying bugs everywhere, and I just got them all over me. So, sorry if I'm slapping bugs off of me today. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so coming into the month here, into the eclipse season, the energy that you're bringing with you is the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is speaking to a need for balance. It's reminding us of the need for balance, and this could be between your work and play, but it could also be just reminding of the nature of balance in general. That could be how much time you're spending with others versus how much time you're spending for yourself. You're giving, you're receiving, that sort of thing. And then the energy that's coming along with that is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is, the sword suit tend to be pretty crappy as far as like, they're not the happiest of emotions or feelings. They usually come with the hurtiest of tummies. But Eight of Swords is actually one of those cards that that is a self-inflicted pain or prison. So this person here is in a situation where they're not feeling the best. They may be stressed, not feeling blessed, anxious, fearful. But this person has put themselves here. They're the ones who tied themselves up, put the blindfold on. That takes skill. I'm not sure how they did this, actually. That's pretty... but it just refers to the reality that you've put yourself in some sort of position that is not comfortable, is hurting, but it's not like a, you reap what you sow sort of situation. It's more just offering the solution that you can remove yourself from this position at any time, since y'all are the one that put yourselves there. So the Ace of Swords here, this is something that you may already be aware of that's going on. And the Ace of Swords is the start of it's an idea. Could be the beginning of a new way of thinking. Maybe you realize that you're making it harder on yourself here. And so you also know that you have the option of creating a new way of approaching that mentally, thinking about that, of addressing it through your mental realm. What's not known, you have a lot of swords here, my goodness. Somebody has been feeling some mental pain, I think. But the good thing about your outcome here being the King of Swords, I see some success, or some mastering, overcoming of that situation. So Three of Swords, something that may be hidden to you, you're not aware of yet, but is there. It's definitely an influence that's going on. Three of Swords is also not a happy card. Three of Swords is heartbreak and tumultuous emotions surrounding that too. I think my sweet little Cancers. I'm a Cancer Venus, so I definitely love like a Cancer. And I feel like I'm feeling this card too. I think a lot of you are still impacted by a heartache, so a situation where previous partner. It could be the loss of a pet. It could be the loss of a job. It could be the loss of a relationship. Maybe you're just getting down on yourself. You're feeling like you failed something. And I would say, that goes along with the Eight of Swords here as well. You're keeping yourself in this place because you're masochistic. Cancers have a tendency to be to struggle with martyrdom. You're not a martyr, and you can free yourself from this. It's okay, whatever you've gone through that's making you feel that you need to put yourself there, whatever this heartbreak is referring to. There's also a note about this card that you can take these swords out of your heart. There's a healing aspect to this as well. But I am getting the hidden aspect to what's going on this month here is this is influencing you more than you know. And maybe you're turning a blind eye to it because you're not ready to address it yet. But you've got the opportunity here to approach it and to start healing it, and that is awesome. Being in the void right now with your Starseed Oracle card here, this is the time you're everything and nothing. You're that caterpillar inside of the cocoon. You're just a big ball of nothing right now, and that's a good thing because you're safe there. Just an amorphous blob. And the great thing about that is you are no longer whatever was going on in the past, and you have literally only potential for the future. So yes, I think that a lot of you are seeing that you're in this situation here, and that maybe you're done punishing yourself. This hurts, I get it. And I'm not saying don't grieve or don't have respect for the process of healing over this, because that's important too. But you're also in a process of rebalancing right now, so we're loving that. The energy that you're coming into this month with, into the eclipse season with, you get the Lovers. And the Lovers can definitely signify a relationship. That's why I'm feeling like that's what this heartache is for a lot of you. There was an ending of a relationship. And this could be, last month, it could be last year, it could be a few years ago, a decade ago. Healing is not a linear path, and there's not a time that's associated with how long this is going to take to heal from something. And I don't think all of you it's a relationship, but I'm very much getting that energy here for most of you, for that heartbreak. There's also a note of balance to this too, the masculine and the feminine in a balanced way. So I think this month, the card Spirit's asking you to look at the way you're balancing yourself. It's validating that there is this pain. It's acknowledging that you've come through what you've come through, and it's also saying that it's now time to start healing from that and truly working on that balance. And especially with your note in the eclipse being more home related, maybe I think a lot of you are probably have had to adjust the way that your home looks, and that's uncomfortable for you. So now's the time to make it comfortable, whatever that means. Get that new couch, paint the walls, move if you need to, if you can. Coming here to a theater near you, coming soon. You got the Justice card, which is also a huge topic of balance. Balancing the scales. And justice can refer to karma and law for some situations. I'm not... Usually this is like a... I don't know, when I'm thinking about karma, it's like an outside influence of balancing. But I'm getting from this that you are involved. You're more involved in this balancing than what this card may typically represent. So you are this person here. And it's your job to set those scales in a balanced way. And you can do that. And you will do that. That's coming. So, the way that you are going to approach this situation and solve this is Ace of Wands here. And this is going to be a new project or a new venture. A new way of doing something. Maybe I don't feel like it's asking you to change your job, but I'm feeling like it's asking you to change the way you do your job. maybe you're not happy with your job. Maybe it's like I said, involving your home. You're not happy with where you're living or how you're living. This card is asking you to shift the way that you are participating with whatever it is that's making you feel like poo. And that's within your power. Just like escaping from here. Escape, Cancer. So as far as what may be blocking the situation, or an energy that needs to be cleared to move forward with this, you get the Sun. And the way that I take that is there's a need for positivity. It's like there's a mental shift that needs to happen to start behaving differently, to start approaching something in a different way. So clearing out the clouds, letting the sun come through. That's what I'm getting on that. And these are all things that are 100% in your wheelhouse, in your ability to do. And they're free. I'm not discounting. There are situations where like depression, anxiety, those are things that are very real, and I don't want to discount those or blow right past those. If there's anybody that's in a situation like that and feel like they are struggling with that, there are definitely avenues for help, and that is a viable option, and there ought not be any shame surrounding that. So whatever route you need to take to clear the clouds, that's what's being asked of you right now. This is a time of being in that space in between spaces. You're recreating all of you, all the different facets of who you are. Mind, body, spirit, and soul. And to let go of what's hurting you. Stop using it as a self-flagellating tool. Boo to that. That's a boo. It's okay to feel the way that you're feeling and to experience the things that you have experienced and are experiencing. The cards, spirit, me personally, I'm encouraging you to take courage and work through that, because you do deserve to be in the warmth of the sun, in that light. You can do it, Cancer. I know you can. So this is something that you may be hoping for. I'm getting more, this is my Cancers. I am getting very much like a relationship, or possibly relationship romantically or with family, friends. Something in the past is much better than what it is right now. There have been better time. You're pining for happier days in the past, having nostalgia for maybe the love that was more abundant in your past. And that's the energy that you're coming into this situation with as well. Like I said, I think a lot of you are hoping for this, and at the same time simultaneously fearing that that's gone. And while some of those situations, I mean, literally those situations may be gone, that doesn't mean that the energy that this provided you is gone. That's still here, and that possibility is still in your present, in your future. I think that's why you're tying yourself up here. Like you're hurting yourself because you feel like you just really messed it up, and that's not fair to yourself. That's rude. You get to experience things and you get to have failures in your life too, whether this was a situation that was your fault or someone else's fault or not really anybody's fault at all, just the way that things transpire sometimes. Nobody needs to be blamed over this, especially not you. So stop it. Even if you did do something that created an ending that you are now pining for, this is the time, like I said, to clear the clouds, to stop doing that. You deserve to have the sun back in your life. You deserve to have life back in your life. So that's what we're going to work towards, okay? Where all this is leading is the King of Swords. So what this is telling me, being the top of the suit here, and how you have so many swords, so much pain, such ow. This is telling me that you're going to come out successful. This battle of the mind, that's what I'm feeling you're going through. Not just this month, but maybe have been for a while. But this is the month where you get to clear that. Where that hurdle is no longer too high. And I say, believe that. Believe that in your heart of hearts. This is possible. Not only is it possible, but it's the probable outcome. I feel you're very much in a time where maybe you're done hurting too. So, making the choice to think about it differently, to, if you need to get some help in clearing those clouds, do that, or to just sit down and work with yourself, be honest with yourself. Are you in a place where you want to continue living with this pain and hurting yourself over it? Or are you ready to balance it out a little bit, or a lot of it, by changing the way that you're approaching it mentally, and the way that your thoughts are rolling around, and making the choice to let the sun shine again by choosing to approach it differently. And this new venture could also be, maybe some of you need to get out of the house too. Maybe some of you need to go get some sun. Maybe some of you need to go for a hike. I'm in Washington here, and it's super sunny still, which is great. We had a really terrible fall last year, but this is turning out to be pretty good. So, yeah, go out and get some vitamin D. I'm going to pull a few cards here from the Lightseer's Tarot to look at what your challenge is, what your blessing is, good stuff, and then to also clarify here the outcome. But I like this read so far. I hope that this makes sense to you too. I hate to say I hope it resonates with you, but because I don't want you to be in pain, but this is offering you another way through, rather than staying in that pain. it's okay to grieve, but it's not okay to punish yourself. Don't treat my friend like that, Cancer. All right, if I can get blessing, or challenge, blessing, and clarifying on the outcome. Pray, please. So your challenge is also the Lovers. Very interesting. Your blessing for the month, please, Cancer. Ace of Cups. Woo! Hey. So far, I'm loving this. Let's get some clarification on the outcome, please. Girl. Ooh, girl. All right. So your challenge for the month here is the Lovers again. And like I said, you had this coming into this energy this month, the eclipse season here. So with that being your challenge, what that's telling me is, yeah, this is your challenge. This is exactly what I just said. You're hurting. This is either a romantic relationship that's ended, something with a family member, and some of you I'm seeing pets. But most of you I'm seeing this as a partner. And you have been keeping yourself in a really painful situation, I think because you're not sure how to balance that. I don't think it's maybe even because you don't want to. I think you're just feeling unbalanced. But what's coming very soon is some very strong balance, like true justice balance. What you deserve. So I think the reason why this is your challenge is because this is freaking hard. But you can absolutely approach this. And like I said too, with the love, there's that note of balance, the masculine and feminine. So I think that's exactly it. You're struggling to rebalance. Maybe this threw you off balance. Gosh, I'm sorry. Your blessing, though, is the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is like, it's an offer of love, potentially. It's an offer of a relationship, potentially. And this doesn't have to be with somebody else either. I don't want y'all to think like you need to rip the band-aids off and get out to the, get out to the karaoke bar and croon for your next lover. I think for some of you, there is an offer coming in for new love, for a new relationship potentially. And for others of you, like with another person romantically, it could also be maybe some of you are getting a pet. Love comes in so many different forms. This could also be self-love. This could be love for you. And God knows you need and deserve it. This hurts. So I'm excited for you. What better way to heal that hurt, that loss, and heartbreak over love than to bring more love in? I love that. I love that. So to clarify the outcome, like I said, the King of Swords, mastering your thoughts here and championing the issues that you are having with the swords in this reading, you get the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is complete self-satisfaction. She is dancing on a chest of riches. So this is fulfillment of the self. And I think especially because of that, with this Ace of Cups here being your blessing, that to me points a little bit more to that self-love, probably for most of you. if not all of you, because even if there is an offer for a relationship, that self-love is absolutely needed to be there for anything to be healthy, for you to be healthy first, and for anything else coming forward to be healthy. This is great. So, although this has been a really painful time, and like I said, I don't think that this is, last week this happened, or last month this sort of thing came in. I think a lot of you have been holding this for a long time, for too long. And the energy present here is encouraging you to not only allow yourself to find freedom, to move through it, but that there are some really wonderful things coming. This challenge could also represent, like I said, if this is your self-love, this challenge could also be that there is a relationship or new love that's starting in somebody else that's being offered, and your challenge is that maybe you're not quite ready. And that's okay, BT dubs. If something is meant for you, like this outcome is, this is yours, that's already yours, you did it, good job, then it's going to be there when it's meant to be yours. Just because something presents doesn't mean that you have to like, there are situations where you need to take initiative, grab the bull by the horn sort of thing, but this is not it. We're talking about your heart, and that's not to be forced. So yeah, she's holding her heart here. So that's what I'm getting is, for some of you, there is a person, maybe a person that you've really been waiting for, that is going to make themselves apparent this month, around this time. But it's okay to choose yourself first. I mean, you should always choose yourself first. So listen to your heart as well. I think that's your blessing as well, as having some clarity surrounding your heart. Once you can get up to a point of releasing yourself there's going to be a lot more clarity around what is going on with your heart. So Cancer, I love this for you. And like I said, I'm so sorry that things have been so freaking dumb, but there are some really, really wonderful things coming for you very soon. Some really warm, supportive, safe, secure feelings. And I know you love your feelings, because I do too. So yeah, thank you, Cancer, for being here with me today. And please like, share, subscribe, comment. I am not shy, like I said, about needing to build this channel. So please, with your help, I'd love to be able to do that. And I'd love for you to come with me on this journey as I'm doing this too. And feel free to check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get a more complete picture of what might be going on for you, especially here during the eclipse season. So love you guys, and I will see you for the weekly readings here in the next couple days. I'll be getting those out as well. Take care.